Hey guys, welcome back. What a crazy day. I did not expect this to be happening, but I want to tell you straight away, we are not out of it potentially just yet. So let me dive into it, what actually happened here, and if it will get here much worse than it already did. Let's go. Hi guys and welcome back on this Monday. So today we have over $537 million worth of liquidations in the last 24 hours, which is already insane in itself that we got again such a high number, while we had just a couple 2 weeks ago a crazy liquidation event, and also a couple days ago we had also again some crazy liquidation numbers, and now here we are again. The problem is that we got rejected from a major resistance and pushed back into key support. The problem is, the more often that is happening, the more likely it is that we're going to break at some point the support to the downside, and that would be really bad and would get us closer here to the upward sloping trend line at $104,800 approximately at current prices, because this is a moving target. The longer price needs to come down, the higher that line basically gets until we touch it at some point eventually. So currently we are in the key support area. To be getting here more neutral than bearish, we need to reclaim $109,000 approximately just to get into neutral territory. Until then, you should be right now a little bit bearish, because there is a risk that we are going to see here follow through in the next coming days, which is insane with all the news that are out there. So China and US have a trade deal, rate cuts, quantitative easing is coming because quantitative tightening is stopping next month, and potentially another rate cut next month. So it's insane that the market is not reacting to that. But I'm gonna get into the exact reason for this in a moment. So here for now on the daily chart, the whole structure is still intact. There's nothing too much to worry about on the higher time frames. The same goes for the weekly chart. On the lower time frames, things look a little bit different. So here on the 4-hourly time frame, we were yesterday going sideways above the downward sloping trend line here, but then got rejected from the 0.786 level that I mentioned yesterday to be crucial to get over this for continuation to the upside. So what happened? We tried to get over this and got a harsh rejection below the golden ratio, which is definitely highly bearish here currently. Now, what we need to see here is a reclaim in the next 24 hours of the golden ratio to get continuation in another attempt to break it to 0.786 level. If we fail to do that in the next 48 hours, I'm getting ready that we are breaking the 0.5 level, which was our strongest support level over the last couple hours. And I want to mention this here once again. The last time when we came down here, I mentioned this here also and said this is strong support. As long as that level is holding, I'm not insanely bearish here. Lose that level and things are changing really quickly. For now, this level again confirmed support and even put in a reversal pattern, a tweezer bottom that is followed by continuation, if we get the continuation. So, and I just want to show you this here on the left side again. Here, strong support, and if we go a little bit further over here, maybe also, also here, support. So it was and still is strong support until proven otherwise, and we are now above that downward sloping trend line. So, but the golden ratio $108,600 level becomes now really crucial for us. Here on this daily chart, also here, we came all the way down to the golden ratio, to the top side of it, and got a bounce from there. Strong sign that bulls are stepping in. Also here, 0.5 level to watch to overcome here, and strong rejection from the 200 moving average, which is again not a good sign. We got such a bearish engulfing from the 200 moving average here to the downside. So, but close above 0.5. And we can breathe a little bit. Close below that, and you still need to hold your breath for further downside here. On the 4-hourly chart, pretty similar situation. So this we can remove for the time being. on the MDX algo scalp gradients, it looked like that we would get continuation based on the gradients and also the react indicator, and then the market showed us that we are not ready for this yet because of that strong resistance at the $110,000 level. But also here, the underlying buy cluster, where we have a shit ton of buy orders, is currently holding as support and putting in a higher low compared to all these previous lows. As long as we are not breaking here $103,800 on the 4-hourly chart. Also here, the structure is still intact to get more upside than going to the downside. But break this, so the first sign will be actually breaking here $106,000, and that's where you should have your stop losses right now, slightly below that. And then the final nail in the coffin that we go lower will be if we break that low here. Because then we will not only take out this low, we will make a new low. And that will be really, really bad for the markets. Now on the 30 minutes chart, so here we just got stopped out of that trade. Here for this specific trade setup, I honestly, I would jump back in. You know, I would jump back in. If I would not have a trade running already, I would get back into this, because there's a high probability that we're going to get a short-lived pump here into the 50 moving average, 200 moving average, with a spike above this, and then we come back down for another retest. So there is now a small trade opportunity. The only thing that I would do is I would minimize the profit taking here. Maybe 110, 600. Yeah, so 2.6. Yeah, 2.6% trade here to the upside. So then we move this a little bit here to the side. There we go. Yeah, so here your stop loss would be basically below the last 30-minute low, which is at $106,700. Entry basically right now, and you trade this here in that bounce move all the way up to $110,600. I have still my trade running here on Weex, guys. If you want to take the trade with me together, there is a link in the description. Follow all the steps to get also access to my private Telegram. There we were sitting on our hands. We were not doing anything in that move. So everybody kept their money. Also, really important lesson that sometimes you need to stay out of the markets, and that's exactly what we did. So here, I'm still really convinced for now that this trade will pan out. If not, I'm gonna place here after the stream a stop loss. Or actually, let me make this right now. Or do I want to add more money? Questions over questions, guys. I think I'm gonna add more money. I'm gonna send after the stream more money to my Weex account to prevent this from liquidation, all the way down to like sub $100,000. So yeah, I'm still convinced that this can turn around here, and I got just dollar cost average to the downside. So here, the Telegram group, guys, you see we did nothing here. And if you want your bonuses on Weex, you get $400 already absolutely for free just for signing up, binding your phone and your email address and downloading the app, and another $400 if you deposit $500. And with the $500 you get access to the Telegram group. Just follow the steps in the description. Send an email to info@amcrypto.us or write on Twitter if you cannot reach out to me or my team on Telegram. So here on the liquidation levels, sorry guys, my brain is a little bit fried. I was the whole day shooting content for other stuff. And I had to read off a teleprompter. My brain is fried a little bit. Yeah, so the liquidation levels here, guys. We came all the way down here, took now all the over-leveraged liquidity for long positions. There is nothing left anymore. But there is the possibility of a fake move here to $105,400 to grab a little bit remaining liquidity down here and then send it to the upside. Because don't kid yourself here. There is still all the liquidity up here, you know. So the more we are stacking up there, the more likely it is that we're gonna go up here faster than we expect, and also with a violent move, you know. So don't underestimate this, how quickly that can go. It can be within a 2-day candle, you know, like tomorrow, after tomorrow, 20% candle, and we are taking all this liquidity that's up here. We have seen that before. I would be not surprised if that would be happening here, because imagine how many people would be sidelined if that would be happening. Nobody would trust that move when it goes up. Nobody. Everybody would think, oh, this is a fake out. It will come down eventually, any second. And then it doesn't. And it just keeps going and going. Everybody's sidelined. So that is something that I can definitely imagine here. So, but the over leveraged liquidity is here at $117,000 on the liquidation levels, and on the heat map. Let me refresh that quickly again. There is not much below us anymore. Here, like I said, $105,600. I said $105,400. There is some liquidity still left, but otherwise it's all to the upside, guys. All to the upside. If I go to a monthly chart, it becomes even clearer. See here, $126,000. Then here, $112,000. That is so $112,000 is of course the next logical level that we are targeting here. But as you can see also below us here, $105,000. $600, $800. There is a massive cluster here on the monthly chart. So don't be surprised if we are coming down here to take the liquidity and going then up and keep going, or that we go up first and then you see a black swan again going to the downside. So give it, I would say we need, I want to be sure here. So I want to be pretty sure here. So I need now, where do I have a chart for this? I want to be absolutely sure about this. I can use this one here because I want to see the time window that we have, because it's not a lot. And I also have to speed up things because my girlfriend is coming soon back and somebody needs to let her in. I am the one who has the key here. Yeah, so that has to happen in the next 24 hours. That move to $105,000 has to happen. Otherwise, we are going to the upside. And I think once we are up there, we're not looking back. When we're looking then at the Bitcoin dominance, is rampaging to the upside, not really surprising, but we are only in the top section of the rising wedge pattern. So as long as we are not closing after tomorrow's candle outside the falling wedge pattern, I expect here still a turnaround. Something like this. So it could be that we get here a fake out to the upside, come back down, then we get a proper breakdown. Have seen this many times before. Would be not surprised to see something like this happening again. Oh, the camera turned off because it's too hot. Let me turn it back on again. Camera doesn't like to be on here for an extensive amount of time. It's every time the same problem. Whoa. Yeah. And then I need to zoom in again. There we go. There we go. Okay, let's continue. And then the USDT dominance also were exploding today. We were retesting here major support. For now, we got a rejection. This is also what we want to see. We want to see here by tomorrow a red candle to the downside. So if we start to break into this major support area here, expect Bitcoin to drop even further to the downside and the whole market will tank with it. The total free market cap, also crazy candle to the downside here. We got here a bearish reversal pattern. Let me remove this. This here really bad. Evening star pattern shaping up here. $966 billion. So we are currently, of course, again in major support. We got every single time a bounce out of it. But what I also need to mention, and I don't like to do that, is that every bounce got weaker and weaker. So here, this was a nice bounce to $1.1 trillion. The next one was 1.03. Then the next one was 1.07. And then here the next one was only to 1.02. The next one might be just, the next one has to go up here. Has to go to like 1.04. Otherwise, also here the total free market cap might be in trouble. Then I have some free money for you guys. There will be after the stream a link to Tapit. Tapit is also an exchange. If you cannot use Weex to get into the group, in the Telegram group, go to Tapit. After the stream, I'm going to leave a link in the description and in a pinned comment that you can sign up there. Right now, if you sign up, you can spin here the Halloween wheels only for 2 more days, then it's gone. And you see here 100% win rate. So you're going to definitely win something. Maybe you're going to win, what is this, $5, $20, $50. Then here 1 million paper, $100, an AirPod free, Apple Watch, or an iPhone Pro Max. So go just here to tap it. Like I said, after the stream, I'm gonna post a link. Wasn't able to do that before. Spin the wheel, and you get 10% cash back if you sign up on Tapit on top of that. So now Ethereum Ethereum is still in that trading range. Also here, nothing has really changed. I know people panicking left, right, and center. We are not that insanely bearish just yet, but lose that trading range and things will change really fast, you know, really, really fast. For now, this is not as bad as people think. So if we are losing here $3,670, then yes, that will become a problem. But I also want to show you something else here. Did we fill this yet? Look here, we are in the golden ratio of that whole downwards movement here. So as long as the golden ratio is holding and it held every single time that we came down here, we are fine. We only need a bounce out of that and get above the 0.5 level at $3,852. So, and the bottom range was always a good level to take long positions from. So right now, this is a good moment from a risk to reward perspective to take a trade here. And I'm not kidding, you know, just take it to the mid-range, which is a 5% move. You don't need more, and you place a stop loss slightly below here, the range here. So, or basically the last 4-hourly candle low. So it gives you a 1 to 3 risk to reward ratio. Your stop loss is 1.47% against a 5% profit. That's doable, guys. You know, that's definitely doable in that bounce move here to the upside. So, and it is logically, from a technical perspective, a good level to take a long from. Then Solana clinging on also to major support. So if you were here still in this trade from all the way where I gave it, you now definitely round tripped everything. Here I would wait for a reclaim of $180. Would not enter this right now. Reclaim $180, then you're good to go to the upside and take profit at the golden ratio here at $195. That's how I would trade this currently, or at least raise your stop loss to 0.382 level and then trade this. Then you can hold this to $211. Here the 4-hourly chart looks massively like that we are turning around. RSI already pointing to the upside. MACD still a little bit bearish, but stochastic also wants to turn around. So not that bad at all. So, and otherwise, in terms of altcoins, you want to go into strong altcoins right now. The only strong ones right now that I see is Dash. So I'm currently here in a Dash trade. As you can see, I'm already profitable. Not a lot, but a little bit. How much? 5%? Yeah, 5.5% today on this trade. So here I'm watching this downward sloping trend line currently that we are retesting and try to break. If it breaks, it goes like to 95, maybe even to $100 today. That would be also the next entry for you guys if you are looking for a trade. And then the next one is ICP. ICP, I warned you about just yesterday how fast that can go up here. And don't and I warned you also, don't enter this before $4.17, because when I called it, we were already here like at 380, 390 almost. But you got another chance here, you know. So I hope some of you guys caught this. Because we are going back up, you know, we are going back up to $4.17 and then potentially even higher than that. So here on the 4-hourly chart, also here, massive continuation is what I'm seeing. And these are the coins that you want to trade today. There's nothing really else that I would personally like to trade, because you want to be in the coins that show strength when the market is going to shit. And that's it basically for today, guys. I'm on the clock here. My girlfriend will show up here any moment. So thank you for my my brain is absolutely fried today. I'm happy that I'm done for today with everything. Again, thank you so much for tuning in here. Don't panic. Just hold. Wait for $105,000. Then you can panic, or that we actually go back into higher levels. Thank you so much. Don't forget, smash up the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification